So, imagine this picture with me. So on a moonlit summer night, when you came out from your home and you looked up into the sky by a chance, this is probably what you will see. So you can see numerous stars and probably the galaxy. But we know there are many other stars can't be seen by our naked eyes in the universe. So for example, if we look at this picture by the advanced telescope, Hubble, we can see much more uncountable stars in the universe. And we also know there are much more numbers of planets than stars. And also there's something we can even observe, for example, dark matter. Dark matter, yes. So this is probably the same case with our brain. So, which as an echo to Jacob's speech, a 3-pound universe. So our brain, the remarkable organ located within our skulls, is the center of our thoughts, emotions, memories, and actions. So, considering about an iceberg, so what we know about our brain is like we are at the place of we know the tip of the iceberg. But underneath, we know there are much more we can see. So similarly, so probably at this moment during my talk, so there are intricate processes occurring in my brain, like chemical reactions, electric signalings, and different brain areas that communicate with each other to allow me to deliver the talk. So our brain also has another side of unseen, like when we're talking about one thing or when we're looking at some pictures, so our decisions or our feelings are affected by those kind of unaware of consciousness. For example, so here you can see the color of red and the color of blue. What's the feeling of you when you see the color of red? You may feel warmth, you may feel happiness, because it's kind of red, it's kind of traditional happiness color for Chinese population, right? When we celebrate the New Year or a wedding, we always use red. And also it may relate to the feeling of danger or alert, because like it's kind of associated with the physical attributes like blood and fire. And when you see the blue color, what's the feeling bring you? It's like coolness and calmness, because the blue color may represent some nature elements, like a clear blue sky, or like the calmness of the body of water. So our feelings, actually our decisions are affected by those kind of unseen stuff, like our cultural background, our internal states, and other sides. So today I'm going to talk about the vision system, or the sensory system. So basically, our brain working like a computer. We need the information, we need to perceive the information from outside. So basically, sensory systems are the most important receiver of the outside stimuli. So we do have like eyes to perceive vision information, and we also have olfaction, auditory, and somatosensory. That is tactile, to receive tactile information. Among those different sensory modalities, the vision system is most important because like around 70 to 90% of information of a human being were received from vision system. So here is the picture of eyes. Basically, when nature light gets into our eyes, it will refract it first to form the clearest image onto the fovea into the eyes. And then there are some chemo reactions occur in the eyes. Basically, that was happened on the retina. And then for produce electrical signaling and then send the information into our brain. So here I want to emphasize that for the vision, we are talking about the reflection of an object into our mind. So it's important, light is important, but other aspects like the size, the color, and the shape of the image are also important. And then, so the vision is not only those, it's also like represent the meaning of the image. For example, here you can see a capital E here. You know what's the meaning of. So those are basically the information about the vision system. So eyes receive information, then transmit to our brain then we can understand what's the meaning of the image. So, but today I'm talking about something different. So those are function of our eyes, but unrelated to observe an image. So you can see this short video. So what the feeling it bring you? Like it's like do you try to avoid and do you feel like fear or kind of worry? So I want to mention here. So this feeling is unrelated to the object. No matter it's a tennis ball or football, no matter its size. Maybe it doesn't matter if you see it or not, just you feeling a flying object into your eyes or towarding your eyes, you will have such kind of response. This is a similar experiment that was done in animals. So basically, they're using rodents and then play a large shadow over the mice. And then they can see those kind of enlarged shadow can produce fear response of the mice, like freeze. So the reason is the enlarged shadow represents the approaching of the predators of mice, like owl or eagles. So why? So later scientists know that the eyes, they are not only have the function of vision, so there are specific cells in the retina. They can perceive some information and send the information to amygdala. So amygdala is a brain area or brain structure that is critical for our emotional regulation. Particularly the amygdala control our fears. So that is like our eyes can perceive dangers and make us to have a quick response regarding the dangers. Okay, so the vision system, the eyes have other functions. For example, it can regulate our emotion or moods. So many years ago, scientists found that in North Europe, like Sweden and Denmark, so the incidence of depression is much higher in winter than in summertime. So then later, scientists discovered that because during winter, like the sunrise is about 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., and the sunset is 3 p.m. So there's too little sunshine during winter. And that might be the cause of high incidence of depression in winter. So if that is the case, then can we reverse depression by only applying more light to humans? And then scientists produce depressed mice and then treat them with light. And it works. Surprise. And light can also participate in circadian rhythm regulation. So let's say when we travel to another time zone, if we travel to United States and we arrive in the afternoon in United States, and in the reality, it's afternoon, right? But our body tells us it's midnight in China, so you should go to sleep. But it's afternoon, so this is called jet lag. And by receiving large amount of sunshine, it can help us to adjust in a different time zone. So light can also improve the cognitive function. So Jacob just previously mentioned about some progressive degenerative disorders. One example is Alzheimer's disease. It impacts the memory, the thoughts, and the behavior of the patient. And scientists can produce Alzheimer's disease models. So those mice also have cognitive functional deficits. So when they try to use 40 hertz light stimulation to the mice, and then it can improve the cognitive function of these animal models for Alzheimer's diseases. Okay, definitely there are much more function of vision system, and I can't cover today because of the time limitation. So also, like for different modalities, like tactile, it can not only provide the touch sensation, the tactile also serves as a fundamental role for social behavior. Today, our knowledge about those sensory function and beyond the sensory function of the sensory system are still limited to the current technology. And exploring those kind of unseen of brain function is an exciting and challenging mission. So I hope some of you students can join me in the future to explore the brain together. Thank you for listening.